took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Yellow, on the line. I got you, son. I got you, son. 15. Undercrunch. Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, Ripple is. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, Jet 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. Mike 10. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
15.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Mike 12.
Kansas City touchdown. Rashawn Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A first down throw, Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Woo! Man, 56 to Mike. Bravo! Check 56. Go, go, go. Mike, walk. 56. You go, night.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, orbit. Silver. 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56. Here we go.
From the 38, Darnold. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Anthony Hitchens able to record his 5th sack of the season. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down the pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Hey, wahoo!
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Give to Montgomery out of the gun. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Mahomes. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Attack! 15!
Charlie. Mike 5. Check.
Working from the gun, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Quinnen Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Hey, come on now. Joker.
Hey, Sunday.
D, get the ball right here. Let's go.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Montgomery. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down right around the 37. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 37-yard line. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 29, Darnold.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now Montgomery. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the carry, here's Smith. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Yellow.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Results on a 4th down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Watch out for Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. All right, go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Darren Lee there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Exit. 56. 56. Check. Hey, Haywood. Mike 56. Mike 56. You.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Hey, two. Right there, 56. Yep. Watch the twist. 56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Darnold from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. But he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up first and 10. Smith. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
65, 36. Hey, yo, go. Mike, 36.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's 3rd and 11.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Burnett. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a deal of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Don't say nothing. Hey, team 6.
Darnold now to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Switch gears. Hey, Mike 56. I smell pizza.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Chiefs 10.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now this throw caught left side. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Smith. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run it again with Smith. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, 57. Hey, color. Yellow. Come back. Here goes 15. I down these two. 15, yellow. Hey, Sunday. My turn.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Smith. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Smith trying to run for it. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tremont Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
56, check 56.
On second down and 4, Darnold is going to have the hookup to Burnett. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, box truck, box truck. 56. Yo, 80. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second and 11 now. Darnold, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A gain of 12. First down, Jets.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go. In the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Alpha. Let's put that team on the clock.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. The Jets on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
High 7. 56 approaching spell.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch up, switch up.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's just me and hey, Echo. It's just me and you. Like 56.
Darnold now to throw. Caught by Montgomery. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
56 is the mic. Oh, here we go. Hey, Delta. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Red 80. Check 24, check 24. Hey, get him. You got him. Red 80. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
General, West.
Yellow.
Seam 6. High 5.
Mahomes to throw. They complete it to Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Here comes the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check out Rush 15. Left in.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Check 99! Check 99!
15! Hey, color.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He's got him in. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st down.
Yellow. I've got one. Hey, 43, 15. Attack.
Mike 5.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Keep playing.
50, yellow, 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 yellow. 50, yellow, 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 yellow.
Blue dot Quarkers, blue dot Quarkers.
Right there.
On first down, Mahomes. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Kansas City, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.